Hey Kyle, I want to make you a quick video, walk you through just some of the things that we're building for other clients out there, as well as what we're using in the business here as far as the AI automations. Now, there's really 4 different areas of things that we're building for customers. One, we have our content creation automations, which I'll walk you through how I'm running my daily newsletter for Midas AI right now using these exact same setups. We're doing automations for lead generation, so it can be anything from scraping your potential clients to doing outreach to scoring and prospecting them, to even setting up like reply systems, which aren't as effective, but the scoring and the lead gen and the prospecting is very helpful for a lot of clients. We also have RAG systems, which are pretty much the internal super AI brains that know your business inside and out. So they're like AI agents that you're working with, can ask questions. It can be for your employers, it can be for prospects, it can be for clients and your consulting clients to ask questions about your content. It can be for you or your C-level, employees as far as data analytics and what's going on in the market. It's really an internal AI brain that's built on your data, your brand information, and consistently kind of updates what your business is doing so that it can be that assistant for your entire ecosystem. Those 3 things right there are our best kind of performers right now. We also do voice AI chatbots. If you have a call system where you need an AI voice to handle that, schedule calls, things like that. Your entire onboarding process are another potential. But those 4 main things are what people and clients are getting the best success with, just because it's automating those really simple steps as well as giving you the potential to scale. So right now, as you can see, we're in kind of the back end. Now, what I have right now is a daily email newsletter and website here. We're generating our traffic from. Every day we have 3 to 5 different articles that have talking about what's going on in the AI market for business clients, for business decision makers. So what we have is we have kind of a 3-step process going on where we're leaning on the AI automation. So whatever your workflows are in your business, we'll do a little discovery session and figure out exactly step by step what you're doing, and then we'll look at where the AI comes in. So in our case here with the newsletter, we have to research content every day. We're trying to keep up to date with what we're talking about. So we only write about what's happened in the past 48 hours. So we have a research node here, or a research automation, that scrapes certain sites for us, RSS feeds we've crafted, social media signals, all that good stuff. And every day at like 6 a.m. for my editorial manager who manages the newsletter, they run these automations. So right now, we are scraping all of our RSS feeds sources, and now I have an AI automation or call out here that's scoring those. So it's looking at the data as far as what our brand is, what our business and who our audience is, and it gives it a rating over here of anywhere from 1 to 10. And I filter out anything below 5 because we only want to talk about those things that are most relevant to our audience. So today we scraped a good 20 different articles, anywhere from 5 to 8 rating. Now, from here, we have to think about what stories we're going to write today. With my newsletter, I don't want to just regurgitate the exact same stories. So I have a concept generator that happens right here. So it takes these scraped stories, it combines those stories together to create unique, different stories for others, and also has a Slack message it will send at the end to my editorial manager. So I'm going to shut that off so it doesn't spam my manager right now. But it's pretty much what it's doing now is it's taking all of these stories. It's going to go through the OpenAI call out. It's going to think about 7 good stories that combined those source links and the concepts there to create the best 7 stories for us today that fit our audience. Again, it's always kind of calling back to what your brand and your data is. That's how these systems produce the best results and the best ones built, because that will always give you results that are in line with what you're looking for rather than letting AI just kind of choose on its own. So right here we get 7 different stories for the day. That could be potential newsletters. You can see we have the summary of the story. We have the Midas take, which I have a special prompt that allows it to think about. We want to think about what is the most important thing for our audience, and this is our Midas take. And then we have our source links, which is where we got the information from. Now from here, we have just the editorial manager comes in and chooses which story we want to move forward with. We want to do a top story. It has a certain call out that creates certain types of content for our newsletter. And then we have other stories. So we usually have the top story as our main story of the day. And then the other stories go into a small section on the newsletter. So for that, we have our last creation automation here, which will create the specific parts that we need for each of those types of stories. All right. So we're running this one for our top story. We have a special email version, the top story email that's created. We have the main web article, which is a 500 to 1,000 word article that goes on the website. We have the image that needs to be done for the prompt or for the thumbnail. We need the meta description that's got to be added. These are all steps that go into place when we are uploading to our Beehive website. Again, it's going to be custom to whatever tools and things you're using, and the ability for us to automate. Right now, I have a human element come into place here. They review this, my human editor, and they rewrite the content that needs to be rewritten. They reformat it so that it cuts out all those M dashes and all the AI type of things, and they make sure that it's accurate and online with what we are trying to produce, right? And what we're trying to promote that day. So at this point, the human comes in and they publish those articles, and from there, more automations come in to broadcast this throughout our entire social media. So all of these have anything from images. So here's our top story with the image. Obviously, the human editor comes in, approves, is this good or not? Now we take this image in a later automation and it splices it, turns it into different formats that can be posted on our Facebook fan page, our Facebook group. We turn them to Twitter videos, Reels, YouTube Shorts. This is all through the automation. So whatever your workflow is as far as content production, that's kind of how we're implementing this whole system. And there's so much more that I'm building for the Midas report right now. We just haven't got to it all. But overall, instead of having to really, you can focus on one social media platform, for example, like we've always had to, but now you can also produce quality content on all the others without having to put all your time and effort into them. These same type of things can be working on the lead gen side, as well as the internal database that you're building, just a personal assistant, or the assistant helps you with the consulting clients. And it's lots of potential and opportunity there as far as lead gen, content generation, and closing those leads. So like I said, that voice call. So let me know what you're thinking. The price ranges just depends on the scope you're looking for, like the content creation. And then as you run this, these all have costs to run them, obviously, but it's pennies to run this per day. For my newsletter, per image, I'm paying 4 cents. Per story generation, we're talking less than a penny. The editor itself, about $1,500 a month. So the entire newsletter that has generated more than 5 figures already is managed at less than $1,500, $1,600 a month. So that's just kind of the power of AI and how we can apply it. And again, like I said, it's going to be custom to your business. We'll do a discovery session, or you'll know your business right now, what you think you need the most. And then I'll dive into it step by step to see exactly where it's going to actually help or not be necessary, and how you got to have the human elements, applied in there as well. And just overall making your system that's going to work better for you than what you're already doing. That's the entire goal we're doing here. So, man, let me know what you've got in mind, or if you're looking to move forward. Love to do it. Hope this helped. Have a good one.